Good luck, everybody. Lots of clovers. I like it. What could go wrong? All right, we'll do the Prism packs first, then we'll do the megas, and then we'll finish with our lovely resurgence. Good luck, everybody. Appreciate all you guys, too. A little longer to fill tonight. This reminded me a little of the older days. I gotten a little spoiled. I got put in check tonight. All right, empty box. Good luck, everybody. These Prism packs have been pretty good. Yes. All right, Dean Perry, Josh Allen, Greg, Tony, Jacoby, Marshall Falk, Terrell Owens. We got Miles Sanders on the silver for Carolina. Theo on the green for the Giants. Little Nico Collins action. Pat Fryermuth and Robinson for the Jags. Starting us off on the red, white, and blues. Little J.J. McCarthy emergent. We approve. Mahomes on the Fireworks Prism. And a Leofow for the boys. All right. Already off and running with a JJ. Hopefully the QBs will be frequent visitors here. Peppers, Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Max Crosby, Achane, Hyatt, David, Max Melton on the silver going to Arizona, Ed McCaffrey for Denver, Kenneth Walker, I like that, Chop Robinson for Miami, and a Nick Chubb with an Olave hype, and a Latu on the Prismatic, and a Drake May sneaking at the back there. I'm kind of sensing some QB is showing up on that red, white, and blue. I'm trying to think who it might be. Who's it going to be today? I think the last break it was Bo Nix and Caleb. Njoku, Suggs, Stidham, Walker, Smith, Vinny, Javon Curse. We got a George Kittle on the silver for the 49ers. John Jefferson, Byron Young, Seymour, McClellan for the Falcons. Yeah, right team. Brock Bowers on the Prismatic we like. Kelsey on the Prism break. And Rook. All right, Michael Penix can't hide forever. We're getting the other guys. He's got to be coming soon. Hey, what's up, Mr. Esquire? Hope you're doing good. Cortland Sutton, Muhammad, James Conner, Adrian Peterson, Zamir White, Eckler, TJ Watt. We got Jackson for the Titans on the silver. Milano for Buffalo. Levante David, Flournoy, Cowboys again. Keenan Allen. There's a Bo Nix on the Prismatic we like. Brett Favre on the Portals for the Jets. Thank you for that, Panini. And a Xavier Worthy. Yeah, that always cracks me up. You know, we ought to have Brett Favre on there. But hear me out. On the Jets. No one will suspect. Just throw him out there. See what happens. All right, Chase Brown, Javante, Shaq Thompson, Gary, Jefferson, Derek Carr, DK, Arrington for Washington on the silver, Rashawn Gary, Marcus Allen, Vinny, Bullard for Green Bay, We got Blake Corum on the portals we like, Baker on the fireworks, and Jonathan Brooks for Carolina with a kid reporter for good measure. You know, Dustin, he gets humor points are there though, Dustin. I've taken a lot of flack for my love of the Spartans. Andre Ware, Zach Moss, Jesse Bates, Pittman, Holland, Lawrence Taylor, Warren. We got Marcus Allen on the silver going to the Raiders. Jalen Warren, Javon Curse. All right, Adonai Mitchell. We like that, Indy. Williams for Arizona. There's Michael Penix. He couldn't hide forever on the fireworks. Jonathan Brooks, Green Emergent, and a Brock Bowers even. That was not a bad pack at all. We like that. That's right. We find common ground with the Lions. We find common ground with the Lions. Who doesn't like the Lions? How do you not like the Lions? I mean, they suffered for so many years. I know because I watched them all those years. It's just a feel-good thing, you know? One pride, that's right. Wilson, Boomer, Lambjack, Chubb, Mahomes, Will Levis, Torrey Holt, Mike Quick on the silver for the Eagles, Zamir White for the Raiders, Kelsey, Marshall Falk, there we go, Bucky Irving on the red, white, and blue, we like that, Tampa Bay, Malik Neighbors on the fireworks we like, Drake May, Green Emergent we like, and a Robinson for the Jags. Fine pack there, fine pack. That's cheating to go with the Patriots. Come on. That's like that was the easy button. It's being a Patriots fan today. That's where you got to live it. You got to grind it out now. You'll get no sympathy from a Lions fan, though, I'll tell you that. Josie Jewell, Barry, Jamar Chase, Ramondre, Carlson, Vernon Davis, Okereke, Kyle Duggar on the silver for New England, Lawrence Taylor Green. We got Terrell Owens, Nealand for the Cowboys, and a Terrell Davis with a Xavier Legette Emergent, George Kittle on the hype, and a Chop Robinson for the Dolphins. That's true. That's true. They could have a good year. You just never know. That's the joy of letting it all play out. You just don't know. I know Jets fans, they know how it is unpredictable. Terrell, Cribbs, Cook, CJ, Olakin, Vita, Wesley Walker. We got Tony Dorsett on the silver for the Cowboys. Eric All for the Bengals. Kyle Duggar. Jalen Hyatt. Oh, come on. Brock Bowers should have been right there. Well, we'll take old Dylan. Sammy Laporta on the hype. Oh, we like a prismatic prism Michael Penix. And McClellan again. All right, we got three more. You still need a QB to hit on the red, white, and blue. Gotta get one. Derrick Henry, Micah, Herman Moore, Cooper Kupp, Randy Moss, Jalen Hurts, Robinson. We got Kelsey on the silver for KC, DK for Seattle, Lawrence Taylor, Carson Steele for KC. Oh, see, I knew we were due, and they even gave us a bonus one. J.J. McCarthy, red, white, and blue. Nice, Vikings. Bijan. That means probably the next pack we're only going to get 2. CJ on the fireworks. All right, Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jags making an appearance on the prismatic, and a Flournoy for the Cowboys. I knew we were due for a QB there. But since they gave us 4, the last time there was a pack they gave us 5, and then the next pack they only gave us 1. So I'm pretty sure we're only going to get 2 in the next pack. They'll balance that out. Let's see. Maybe we'll get lucky. Higgins, Rison, Prescott, Adams, LeFleur, Bradshaw, Kamara. We got Humphrey on the silver going to Baltimore. Max Melton on the green for Arizona. Ricky Williams. Yeah, there's only 2. And George Pickens with a Kool-Aid prismatic. Kirk Cousins on the prism break. And a Bullard for Green Bay. And 1 pack to go. Good luck, guys. I know. But at least Penix has shown up on a couple other things. Kincaid, PS2, Stewart, Stafford, Franklin, Tyler Lockett, Armstead, Sweat for the Titans on the silver. Jake Ferguson. We got Jalen Warren, Jordan Jefferson for the Jags. Mark Levy. We got Nico on the prism break. Derek Carr on the fireworks. And Adonai Mitchell with a kid reporter wrapping that up. All right. We'll hit these megas next. We'll just go right down. Mosaic first. Empty box. Good luck, guys. Let's see something good in here. I love the red camos, too. Quincy Williams, Higbee, Will Levis, Thielen, Tyler Nubin for the Giants, Donald Driver on the Mosaic, and a Mahomes notoriety starting us off. Quiet start. Need a CD, huh? Let's see what we can do. A nice CD base. There you go. You asked for it. Garendo for the 49. Oh, well. That looks like a stained glass, my friends. Let's pull from the back. We got a kid reporter. We got Franklin on the bang. Yeah, good luck, everybody. Ben Coates for New England. Quay Walker for Green Bay. Kirk Cousins on the silver. Thanks, Kirk. And what do we have here? Look at that. Look at that. Brock Bowers for the Raiders. I think that's Primo. Pretty sure that's Primo hitting a Brock Bowers stained glass. I'm pretty sure he's the one that grabbed him. He is. Hey, Dylan, you popped in here at the right time. Look at that. Brock Bowers stained glass. There you go. Let Primo know he has hit again here. As long as he doesn't take Washington, he can hit. Nice hit. You know what? Maybe we'll set him out here. We'll set him out here so he can shine. All right. I'm telling you, Mosaic has just been fantastic. And it continues to be fantastic. Good, good news travels fast. It does, doesn't it? He will be happy to hear that. Brian Thomas Jr. on the debut for the Jags. We got Zay Amin-Ra. Look at that. JJ on the Mosaic notoriety. We like that. Davis on the camo red. Jalen Polk for New England. And Terrell Owens, touchdown Masters. Good stuff. Herman Moore base. I mean, the street value of such a card, it's hard to quantify that. It is hard to quantify that. We can try, but it's not going to be easy. I'll see what I can do, give A. I mean, we just did a stained glass. Does that mean we can hit a downtown? Can we hit a downtown and a stained glass back to back? I would really love to see that. Man, we need some more room over here. You're going to have to move, Resurgence. Get out of here. Go marinate up there. All right, there we go. We need room to breathe here. All right, we got Brock Purdy, Mike Evans, Nico, Marvin Harrison Jr. showing up for Arizona, Cole Kmet. We got Josh Hines-Allen on the National Pride, and Lawrence Taylor, Epic Performers. I don't know what the stained glass sells for. I'd be curious, though. I don't know. I would PC that if it was me, but I don't know. I guess maybe it depends on the value. Bill Parcells, T. Higgins, Dortch. We got Aaron Jones on the silver. Najee on the camo red. Jamari Thrash for Cleveland. Getting a little love. And a Jalen Waddle Elevate for Miami. Not one Seahawk. You got time for the Seahawks. You got time. Those Seahawks can show us anytime. Khalil Mack, Landry, J.C. Horn, Ricky Pearsall for the 49ers, Gabe Davis for the Jags, Javon Baker for New England, and a CeeDee Lamb Elevate. Ta-da! Ta-da, CeeDee Lamb. There you go. You wanted a CeeDee Lamb. You have received. Ask and you shall receive. All right, Optic, you're up. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. If we can hit a stained glass, certainly we should have a shot at a downtown. Empty box. All right. Good luck, everybody. Gosh, it'd be something, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? All right. Tua, Puka, Myles Garrett, Kirk Cousins, Rakestraw for the Lions. We like that, Lions on the blue. Jackson for the Titans, and a Grady Jarrett. That is a secret of the trade. Yes, I have a guy. And it's not 238, if you're thinking that. He helps me occasionally. Jonnu Smith, Kyler Murray, Gabe Davis. We got a mem here. Sweat for the Titans. Bell for New England. We got Luke Musgrave on the silver for Green Bay. And JBS. Jonathan Brooks for Carolina on the rookie phenom patch. There you go, Carolina. They were one of the last teams taken. All right. We'll take those. We approve. But we're looking for bigger fish. We're looking for case hits here. Please, give us the case hit. Dotson, Sneed, Dalton Schultz. We got Sweat. Spencer Rattler for the Saints. Very nice. Theo Johnson and a Jalen Wright. Take old Spencer Rattler. One's going to Willie. Hurst. Max Crosby. Montgomery. Shakir. We got Odell Beckham for the Giants. Braylon Allen for the Jets. And a J.C. Latham for the Titans. That's my favorite comment of the day, Dustin. We got Daniel Jones, Kamara, Hendrickson, CJ, Marshawn Lloyd going to Green Bay. There's our first lad. Come on, lad. And a Jake Ferguson. Come on, lad. Hey, I don't know. They want Brett Favre on the Jets. So Panini likes to go with the multiverse. They had one where they had, Favre on Atlanta. It was the first time I've seen that. All right, we got Gibson, Jefferson, Kyler Murray, Swift, Herbie on the captain in charge for the Chargers, Dallas Turner, and a Nate Wiggins closing it out. Well, we got a stained glass, but no downtown today. It's up to Resurgence then. It's up to Resurgence. We got 3 autos in here. One will be an RPA. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully, one of these cards will be a monstrous QB. That's what we need. That's what we need here. Trying to work around Brock here. All right, empty box. Good luck, everybody. Chill there. You just chill. All right. Good luck, everybody. I don't know who you're rooting for, but I hope they show up for you. John Randall, Revis, Harrison, Luke Kuechly, Jaden Hicks, 23 out of 75 going to KC. We'll get that in a second. Ray Davis, Circuit Breakers, Jonah Ellis, and a Michael Hall. Yeah, who had KC today? Oh, that's going to Brett. There you go, Brett. Brett's starting us off. I think that keeps us in good shape on the RPA. They kind of give you telltale signs. Because there's all things in balance with Topps from what I've seen. Their boxes are usually very balanced on the autos. Walter Payton, Chris Carter, Keyshawn Johnson, Terrell Owens. We got Jordan Morgan on the refractor. We got Brock Bowers, Voltaic, Trevin Wallace, and Leary for the Ravens. Yeah, I love the designs of those cards. I'm excited for Topps to take over. That's what I'm excited for. Everything I've seen with them not having a license, just think how cool it's going to be when they have it. When they can put the team logos on there. It's going to be awesome. And they actually give you patches that the players have worn. Howie Long, Marcus Allen, Randy Moss, Kurt Warner. We got Dawkins on the refractor, Will Levis conductors, Jordan Morgan, and Will Reichard. Yeah, I agree, Gibbe. I agree. Although Panini, they did make a move because they got Mahomes, I think, is going to be signing in like every Panini product this year. So Panini will stay quite relevant at least this year. I don't know if they got him to a multi-year deal. Andre Rison, Ricky Williams, Phil Simms, Bolitnikov. We got Devin Leary on the refractor for the Ravens. Kelsey on the Glimmer and Gleam. Chop Robinson and a Tyler Newbin. Yeah, they'll stay relevant with Mahomes. I can only imagine what they had to pay him, though. Steve Young, Theismann, Woodson, Dorsett. We got Drew Brees on the refractor. Ricky Williams, 67 out of 99, going to the Saints. Johnny Wilson and a Cedric Gray. Well, you would think Panini, I don't know what Topps was paying all these QBs, but man, you think Panini would have deep enough pockets to pay them more. Apparently not. Cribbs, Dent, Suggs, Herman Moore, Keyshawn Johnson for the Jets. That's 146 out of 399. CJ on the Voltaic for Houston. Sandra Still and a Kalen Bullock. The QBs are hiding on us. We need something here. Jason Taylor, Archie Manning, Bo Jackson, Dan Marino on the refractor, Patrick Paul going to the Dolphins, and that is telling me all kinds of things about this RPA. Circuit Breakers, Jacob Cowing, Jalen Polk, and Adonai Mitchell. I am feeling something massive is coming. Yeah, who had Miami? That was Landon. Where you at, Landon? Are you out there, Landon? There you go. You're in. You're in, Landon. But if that is any indication, this RPA should be most excellent. Mean Joe, Sherman, Riggins, Bledsoe. We got Michael Hall. That's 17 out of 399 going to the Browns. Elway on the Glimmer and Gleam. Rakestraw for Detroit. And look, there's a Bo Nix. All right, Landon. Give him credit where it's due. That, I think, is our RPA. We'll let that marinate over there. We'll just let that marinate for a minute. Torrey Holt, Gronk, Strahan, McNabb, Ozzie Newsome. That is 176 out of 275. How about that? Browns just keep rolling. Tom Brady on the glimmering gleam. Malik Washington and a Fuaga for the Saints. Yeah, always save the RPA for last if you can. And my goodness, it should be a good one. It should be a really good one. Palomalu, Doug Williams, Dickerson, AR, Elway, Revis for the Jets. That is 155 out of 275. Going to the Jets. Ania Smith and Byron Murphy, Seattle. Seattle got a card. Seattle is on the board. It had to happen. No, I don't know. I think Seattle had other cards, but I noticed that one. Roger Staubach, Emmett, Jim Kelly, Ogden, Trevin Wallace for Carolina on the refractor, Michael Vick, Voltaic, Sweat, and Newton. And it comes down to this. RPA time. I am sure hoping this is something big. It should be something big. It should be something big. Good luck, everybody. Sterling Sharp, Champ Bailey, Jason Witten, Hester. We got Marvin Harrison Jr. We approve. Jonathan Brooks. Joe Montana Conductors. Come on. Can you believe that? Brock Bowers, 45 out of 125. Primo had a break today. Unbelievable. Brock Bowers stained glass and a Brock Bowers RPA. Wow. What a day for Primo. Primo tearing it up. How about that? I know. Can you believe that? That is wild. Was Dylan in here? Dylan would quickly let him know. How about that? Give me a second, guys. I'll do a recap here in just a second. If you had a rough break, I will help you. I won't have to help Primo. I know that much. Primo is all set. I can't believe that boy has some luck. Primo luck. Except when he gets Washington. Primo has gotten Washington many times in here, and he never has any luck. All right, we had Revis out of 275, Michael Hall out of 399, Bo Nix, Marvin Harrison Jr., JJ on the red, white, and blue, JJ on the emergent, Michael Penix prismatic prism, Xavier Legette emergent, Bucky Irving on the red, white, and blue, Malik Neighbors fireworks, Michael Penix fireworks, Adonai Mitchell red, white, and blue, Blake Corum on the portals, Bo Nix prismatic, Brock Bowers everywhere. Chop Robinson, red, white, and blue. Brian Thomas, prismatic prism. We had Drake May on the green emergent. Brock Bowers again. Xavier Worthy, Drake May, Patrick Paul on the auto for Miami. Keyshawn out of 399 for the Jets. Brock Bowers. Jaden Hicks was out of 75 going to KC. Lad McConkey, Spencer Rattler on the blue. Jonathan Brooks, rookie phenom patch for Carolina. JJ on the notoriety mosaic. Marvin Harrison Jr. again. Ozzie Newsome out of 275. Brian Thomas Jr. debut. Ricky Williams was out of 99 for the Saints. Marshawn Lloyd blue. Rakestraw blue. Jalen Polk on the camo red. Brock Bowers stained glass. And a Brock Bowers RPA 45 out of 125 to wrap it up.